secure housing for women who otherwise cannot afford to flee. Panic rooms should not be classified as a spare room under the bedroom tax. And safety should not be subject to immigration status. Extend access to safe housing to women with no recourse to public funds.
So at Sisters Uncut, we also operate a safer spaces policy. So we wanted to briefly outline what that policy is, why we have it, and how different groups can go about developing their own ones. So first on why we have a safe space policy. First of all, our understanding of the way in which sexism and gender oppression works is that it's not shaped in abstraction from other forms of oppression like racism, class, transphobia, homophobia, etc., ableism, etc. So that's the first reason why we need a safer spaces policy. The other is because we just live around loads of crap and loads of shit in our day-to-day lives, from sexism in the media, racism in the media, xenophobia, and all of these things can have an impact on how we relate to each other and how we behave and how we treat each other in our political spaces and in the context of political organising. So we have a safe spaces policy, first of all, to make sure that at all times we're trying to be conscious of the ways we can silence, obstruct, and maltreat each other and harm each other. But the purpose of the safe space policy is also to create a political environment whereby we can learn and grow and support each other, as well as challenging structural oppression and fighting for liberation. So what our safe space policy is it's essentially a series of guidelines that shape how we run meetings, how we treat each other in those meetings, and how we behave in our actions and in the spaces that we create. So for example, Lauren's already been through our gender inclusion policy, which is also part of our safe space policy. The purpose of that is because we believe that domestic violence is something that affects all women. It cuts across class, race, gender identity, sexuality, and therefore it's important within our own political organising to make our political space available to all women who